Hey everybody, MEMEroflCHIPPS here, and we are back with some more Mudrunners. And today we're going to check out the Chevy Napco and the GMC DW950. Check out what attachments they have and all that sort of fun stuff. We're going to do it on the Grizzly Creek map because there's a lot of pavement. Alright, and here we are with the GMC DW950, and obviously it has a whole list of attachments, which I'm sad to say that they are all the Russian attachments, which is a huge bummer for the fact that it's a GMC. Why wouldn't it have American attachments? That would have made this a lot cooler. And so I'm going to put the garage semi-trailer on this. Yeah. Start it up. Listen to that beautiful old diesel, and yeah, I want to see what this truck is actually capable of. It says it's not suitable for off-road, and we'll probably test that out. But man, this would look so much cooler with that big American attachment on it, or the big American trailer. And so we'll check out what the Napco Chevy has, which is the bumper, it's garage parts, which holds 80 liters of fuel in one garage point, and it just kind of looks cool. And if you saw that, it adds weight, so it drops the back end down. The light bar looks very familiar to the one on the K5, and I had the repair supplies. These came pre-installed on the truck with the, I can't even remember what the Old Timers DLC map was. But either way, this is what a fully kitted out Napco looks like. And I think it looks pretty sweet. Got a trailer full of repair point. Oh, building got a little crazy there. But I think it's pretty sweet looking. But, you know, that's just me. I'm a big fan of old trucks like this. So, we use this pretty extensively in the DLC. We use this almost for the entire DLC, really. And so, I think it's time to see what the DW can actually do. It says it's not recommended for off-road, and it is the king of the road. So, we'll see how well it does pulling this garage trailer to the other garage on this map, check it out on the pavement, and then probably take it into the mud in the center of the map in the big swampy, boggy part, and see if we can get it unmovably stuck, which I'm sure we probably can, but I know from experience on trucks like this that aren't all-wheel drive, if you just put it in one low, they'll go through a lot. So, might not be recommended, but they will definitely do it. And so, obviously this swerving around is just because I am a horrible driver. And if you remember when I actually did do the playthrough of this, I crashed into basically every bridge and totaled out like all my trucks at one point or another. Oh, don't go off the cliff. Okay. And so, really, hey look, there's the Chevy Bison. Hooray! And realistically, this truck it's just a reskin of the Bison, the Ford, and the I think it was the Freightliner. They're all pavement-only semis. And so this is just a reskin of any of those. Whatever one came first, all of them are just reskins of it. And doesn't really make sense, because this is an off-road game, to put pavement-only semis in. I didn't understand that, but I'm not a dev, so we're just gonna make the best of it. And push them all to their limits and see what works, or see which one actually is better. I don't usually drive in automatic. If you see in the bottom right, automatic is not usually my thing, but because we're just driving pavement for right now, automatic is what it's gonna be, because there's no point in driving in any other gear. This is the fastest one. I will say though that this, with it only having 5 gears, it goes relatively quick, and it will stay in 5th gear even while driving up hills like that. That was nice. It didn't shift all crazy like and get all dumb. 55. We're probably, I don't know. I think we would probably get pulled over for being drunk. But hey, look at this. Water over road. Great. Let's see what it. Let's see if it makes it. It really slowed us down. But it stayed in 5th gear because I didn't let off the gas, and we're still moving, just really, really slow. And by really slow, I mean like a couple inches at a time. I don't think this is gonna work. Just put it in 1 low and lock the differential, and see, for not being an off-road truck, the going might be slow, but it'll do it. You just gotta remember, the less wheel spin you have, the better traction you're gonna get. Really? We're gonna get stuck on a sign? We pushed the other sign over just fine. Why are we stuck on this? This is stupid. There we go. Okay, that was a horrible show of power. Oh, that was stupid. But regardless, the truck's not bad. It obviously does good on concrete. Handles alright, besides me just being a terrible driver. We're not sliding around like driving on glass. Or, not driving on glass. Dumb. Driving on ice. Like we were doing with the scout vehicles, like the F-150, the H1, and the K5. That was the other one. Water over road. Let me see it. This is not water. This is just mud. And even that really kind of slowed us down there. So I guess I don't really have a whole lot of hope for going off-road in this. I want to put a heavy trailer, maybe load it up with some logs or something. I'm not really sure what I want to do yet. Maybe I'll fill up a fuel. Well, I think filling up a fuel semi-trailer would actually work the best. It doesn't stop, really. You have to use the e-brake or the parking brake to stop very well. But I mean, I could do a long log trailer or something, but I think a fuel trailer is gonna work best. Yeah, that's what we're gonna go with. Where's the gas station? Over here. Like as far over here as we can possibly go. Okay, that'll work. So I'm gonna take and fill this up completely with fuel. And so that will add quite a bit of weight. And then we're gonna go drive around in the swamp and see how stuck we can actually get. But so far, obviously it does good on the pavement. Hey, look, the Ford. I think that was the Ford, yeah. That was the Ford. Basically, this is just like I said, this is just a reskin of the Ford, the Chevy, and what I think is the Freightliner. Fill this bad boy all the way up. And the next right is what I'm thinking. Either way, the next road that takes me, or the next path that takes me off the concrete is where I'm going. And it is not right here. That's just kind of a little hill. with a bunch of trees, that would definitely end this truck's day. I'm hoping there's a path up here soon. That'd be nice. So that way I didn't look like a dummy. 55 miles an hour. We might be going that fast. Maybe downhill. Hey, would you look at that? Full speed ahead. Oh. Alright, took some damage driving over those trees. Put it 1 high. And we're stuck on trees. So, we didn't make it very far. This tree might actually get pulled out of the ground because of this. So, if anybody has been watching since the beginning of my Mudrunner's career, trees have ruined a lot of days. And they're not so fun. Oh, are we gonna get out? No? What about now? Now is it gonna work? No? Dude, are we already stuck? Oh. Oh, yeah. Just had to... The tree physics in this are super weird. Sometimes the trees break, sometimes they don't. Then everything gets all messed up. But anyways, I'm not here to talk about trees. And like I said, you keep it in a low gear, reduce wheel spin, this truck will take you almost everywhere. You're just gonna get there really slow. And it's not that bad. Gives you a nice time, or gives you some time to enjoy the nice scenery. Kind of get to look around. Get to look at these cool trucks. It's nice. But I mean, if you're in a hurry, this is not the truck I would pick to go off-roading with. I would pick something better, like a C-Series Russian truck. Those seem to do pretty well everywhere. Or, if you're more of a fan of the American trucks, Western Star. The Western Star is a champion. It goes everywhere. I'd actually eventually like to put the Western Star up against one of the base game trucks and see what the real differences are and what it will actually take down. Yeah, but as soon as we bumped up the gear a little bit, it's starting to bog down a little bit. Not super bad, still a doable thing, but we are not doing so hot. But it looks like the road's gonna start getting pretty nasty. So that'll be something that we get to deal with. Yeah, it's a crappy road. Crappier road. Whatever. Yeah. And I guess this really didn't do too bad going through. I probably should have used this truck more on the Old Timers DLC map. But I didn't. Scavenge for short logs. Look how perfectly stacked they are. Physics. Game physics are weird. Because in real life, to stack logs like that, you can't. It does not work. And if somebody does stack logs like that, send me a picture of that, because that would be amazing. But I don't think you can. Realistically, this truck actually is not doing bad. I thought we would be doing much worse. I'm sad that all the trailers and all the attachments are Russian. That doesn't make any sense, because this isn't a Russian truck. This is an American truck. So I should have access to the American trailers, but I don't. I think that's the biggest letdown of this truck, is the fact that all the attachments are all Russian ones, and that makes me sad. There's a hill coming up. Curious to see if this will make it up that hill. I have my doubts. Like a lot of doubts. I don't think it'll make it. But I have been surprised before. So let's see what it'll do. Put this down in the lowest possible gear so I can still move. Give me the best traction. I think we're gonna high center it and not be able to move anymore. Nope, we didn't quite make it to high center. High centering is when you get dirt. Oh, I guess we kind of did on this side. High centering is when you get dirt or snow or rocks or basically anything crammed up underneath your vehicle, and it touches the frame and makes it to where there's less weight on the wheels. And that's what high centering is, kids. Remember that. It's important. Especially if you live in snowy places, like I do. Because you can definitely get high centered on snow. Yeah, this is not going to make it up this. Even using the winch, this isn't going to make it. It does not seem to be working very well. So we can get up it, but then we can't make it up this little hill right here. So, yeah, I think I'm going to call it here. Flat ground and hard surfaces, like concrete, not muddy, wet stuff. This truck does really well. So, that's my thoughts on the DW950, so let's go back to the Napco. And we're back with the Napco, the Chevy Napco 3100. And looking up what the Napco is, because I've never heard of an actual Chevy Napco. There was the Chevy Apache that looked very similar. The Napco, that's a long story. I'll get into that in a whole separate video because that's an odd one. It's an odd one. Driving this is like driving on ice. Just like every other Scout vehicle that came after the American Wilds DLC. The H1, the Humvee, the K5. I think the tractor was too slow to feel like this. But yeah, this just slides all over the place. I mean, I guess the Russian ones might have done it too, I just don't remember. That would have been the A-series trucks, they kind of look like the UAZs. But yeah, this is so wobbly. And I mean, maybe if I was using a wheel, like an actual steering wheel, this wouldn't be super bad. But for right now, it's kind of poopy. Like once you turn all-wheel drive on, everything seems to be pretty alright. Kind of. It's not the greatest. I wouldn't say, oh yeah, turning all-wheel drive on makes super great. It's not. It still sucks. But it is less wobbly and less slidey. Because it just feels like the rear end of it, and maybe part of that's the trailer. That was weird. I don't know why it just downshifted like that. But really, driving without all-wheel drive on the pavement is sad. It just makes you slide all over the place and make you have a hard time. And we're going to put as much weight as possible into this, which would be filling all of the fuel containers, which I think totals 100 liters of fuel. I think I'm going the wrong way. I need to turn around. Yes, I was right. I need to turn around. I was wrong, and then I corrected myself, and now everything's happy good. But turn all-wheel drive on so we quit slipping and sliding when we go over that hill. Why is this doing this? Go. There we go. That was kind of weird. And we're off. slippery there. What is happening? Go. Is this front wheel? Why is this front wheel drive? I'm gonna have to look this up more, because I don't think this is front wheel drive. I don't think this should be front wheel drive if it is, because it's a truck. They're rear wheel drive. They always have been. So I'm not really sure why only the front wheels were spinning there, and it's only front wheel drive. The drivetrain mini-map thing, when you switch between all-wheel and not all-wheel, and when you lock up the differential, it was 6 damage. But yeah, I don't know. Something's weird. Something weird's going on with this truck. I'm gonna have to look up more information and really get to the bottom of this. I do know about the Chevy Napcos, and from what I know, they were rear-wheel drive or four-wheel drive. Ooh, that was quite the bump. It didn't even take any damage. What a tank. But yeah, I will give you guys more information about Napcos in a later video, because it's a lot of information to kind of soak in. But anyways, we're not talking about that right now. Well, we kind of are, because this is a Chevy Napco. But this is a video game truck, so I'm not going to get into all the nitty-gritty real-life details of Napco. That was weird to take 12 damage there, but no damage when I hit a rock and launched half the truck into the air. But like when I was driving this around on the DLC map, the new DLC map, this truck's an absolute monster. It has no trouble doing anything besides maybe driving up vertical cliffs. We tried that. It did not work. But yeah, the only way I could have made this truck have any more weight or any more issues would be if I had the tiny baby log trailer. But I don't know how to do that, so I'm just not gonna do that. I think that's it was a Rocky something map, but yeah, that's the only way I could have this have any more problems, is to add a log trailer to the back of this. Hopefully this water gets deeper. I want to see how well this did in deeper, soupy swamp water, because so far this thing's a champ. And I even think on the Mudrunner's website, I love the light bar on this, but on the Mudrunner's Steam page, or anywhere they had posted about this vehicle's description, under the weaknesses category, it said not many, maybe dragons. So I mean, it'd be kind of cool if they added like an Easter egg of a dragon that came out and totally destroyed your Napco, maxed out the damage, drained all your fuel. That would be an awesome Easter egg. I would support something like that. Like on the Rocky Mountain map, there's some weird cave and crazy dragon swoops out, eat your truck. It'd be fun. I would pay for a mod like that. But like I said, this truck it's a monster. Look at it. It will go forever. There's not much that's gonna stop this truck. And so now that you guys have showed you guys all the different attachments that go on both of these vehicles, there's not much left I can do to show you guys stuff about these. And so leave a comment down below of anything you'd like to see. Make sure to hit the like button, and thanks for watching, guys. I really do appreciate all of it. Thank you.